What's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Powerhouse Mentality Podcast. I'm your host. I'm Caitlin Kenneth Smith. On today's episode, we're really going to focus on doubt. We're going to focus on you always living for the approval of other people that you don't even know. And the reason why I know that this is a problem for you is because it's a problem for me. It's something that I've struggled with for a very, very, very long time and something that's held me back. And every topic that I cover on this podcast usually comes down to what I'm experiencing in my life, what I've experienced in the past, or what I'm experiencing with clients. So it's all real life scenarios that are brought to light. And what I've found is that when we can be more self-aware of what's happening in our life and more self-aware of what's holding us back, we can have the power to be able to overcome those things. I think that a lot of people get caught up in this trap of thinking that the journey is always going to be perfect, and social media likes to portray that in that way. I think we're getting a lot better, though, at a lot of creators and people on social media are showing the full journey instead of just the highlight moments. At least that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm seeing from a lot of different people. But again, that is what social media is. It's a highlight reel for most people. So most people are only posting their best photos, their best videos, their best moments, their best edited stuff. And they're not posting the hardships, the nitty-gritty shit, the terrible things that we all go through and the doubt that we all experience. All of the people that you look up to, all of the people that you say that you want to be like, that you want to have the house, the car, the job, the scenario, whatever it is, all of those people experience doubt. We all have imposter syndrome in a sense where I don't feel like I should even be talking on this podcast because why the hell would you listen to me? I deal with that a lot. I deal with that a lot when I'm posting content, but I also deal with that a lot when it comes to the podcast. So much so that over the past couple of weeks, you may have noticed that I've posted less podcast episodes. And it's because I've been dealing with a lot of self-doubt internally where I think to myself, why would anybody want to listen to me? I get caught in that trap all the time. And all of these thoughts have allowed me to put together this episode to almost reflect for myself, but also to be able to help you through my own reflection. And this morning, I woke up thinking about this topic, something that we all deal with, which is doubt. Not just self-doubt, but the doubt that creeps in when we start worrying about who's watching, who's judging, and who doesn't like us. And it really got me thinking. Last night, I had a conversation with my husband completely about this topic because I was talking about content creation and all these ideas that I have. And I realized that one of the reasons why I don't post a lot of the ideas that I have is because I'm afraid of what somebody's going to comment. I'm afraid that what if I don't get this topic completely correct? And this all kind of stewed from, I just recently started a TikTok because I wanted to be able to help more people and grow my audience. And TikTok is a really great avenue for me to do that. As much as I hate that app because I feel like it's just so busy. Like I never had that app on my phone. I've downloaded it a couple of times in the past because somebody would send me a TikTok and I wouldn't be able to watch it and it would piss me off. So I would download the app for like a day or two, delete it. And recently I was like, you know what? I'm going to commit to this. So I'm going to post twice a day on TikTok. I'm going to go all into growing my following there to become a content creator, to be able to help more people and to grow the brand, to grow the mission of the Powerhouse Mentality and get more eyes on us because I know we can help people. And man, I can only go on that app to post and then I must leave. And then obviously to answer comments and etc. But I can't be on that app for more than 5 seconds outside of posting because it is so overstimulating. Like no wonder all of us have issues because that app is wild. Like I'm trying to watch a video and all these comments are like floating on the screen when I'm trying to focus on the video, but I can't focus on the video because all of these comments are floating on the screen and then it just goes to the next video and I lose the other video forever. It's just way too much for me. I will stick to my Instagram reels, and that is where I will do my scrolling. TikTok is dangerous, I swear. But you know what? If I can post valuable content on TikTok and people can, hear it and they like it, That's great. I love that. But I saw this video and it randomly just popped up after I posted. It just popped up. So I just watched it. And it was this woman who was talking about creating content and how, there are so many people who are just copy and pasting scripts from AI or copying other creators' ideas and just like copy and pasting different ideas and just replicating it themselves, which obviously it's kind of part of it. Like being a content creator, you're never reinventing the wheel. Like in anything, even in business, in life, you're never reinventing the wheel. It's very rare that you're coming up with something super innovative where it's never been done before, because at this point, everything's been done and we know what works and what doesn't work. And it's almost just replicating what does work for your audience, for people who resonate with you, and using your little spin on it, on how it can, relate to you a little bit more. But she was making the point of, in this world where so many people are using copy-paste scripts or copying other creators' content, be different. Be you. Be whatever makes you unique. And don't worry about what other people think, because you're not for everyone, and that's okay. And it really made me think, like, some people just don't resonate with my content because they think that I'm a little bit too intense. They think that I have no empathy, which is absolutely the furthest thing from the truth. And you can ask any one of my clients. But people who don't know me may assume, based on the content that I produce, that I am almost robotic, in the sense where I'm just so tough that I don't care about emotions and you're a little bitch if you don't do this and that. But that's the furthest thing from the truth. I am a human. I struggle a lot with feelings of doubt, with feelings of imposter syndrome, with feelings of not wanting to execute on the things that I've set forth for myself. The amount of times that I go into my garage and I cry a little bit, or, I feel sorry for myself while I'm in the middle of a workout. It happens because I'm not perfect. I'm a human being just like you. We all bleed the same blood. And when she said, you're not for everybody and that's okay, it made me realize that regardless of what I post, regardless of what I do in my life, there's always going to be people who are there to critique me. Somebody's always going to have something to say. Some people are going to say incredible things. They're going to boost you up. And those are your people. That's your audience. Those are the people that you resonate with. Those are the people who matter. The people who are talking shit at you for no particular reason, usually, is just because they don't resonate with you. They have different opinions. They're polarizing, and that's okay. Because if everybody disagrees with you, that's a problem. There has to be some negativity, some polarization to be able to get you to think, to create arguments, to create conversation. Unfortunately, a lot of the times when we try to have conversations, it's almost like talking at a wall, because that person doesn't have an open mind and they just don't hear anything that you're saying. But the point that I'm trying to make with all of this is that you are not for everybody, and that is okay. That's the point. You're different. You're unique. You're you. Be weird, be loud, be obnoxious, be whoever you want to be, whatever makes you happy, because at the end of the day, we are blessed with one life. And the life that we're living, it goes really fast. Like, how the hell is it already July 3rd? Tomorrow's July 4th. And you know what that means. As soon as July 4th goes by, all of a sudden it's Halloween. I don't know how that happens, but every single year it happens. But you don't need to try to live a life for anybody else. You have to be proud of the life that you're living and do the things that make you happy. But where does all of this doubt kind of come from? Like, let's dive a little bit deeper into what exactly doubt is. Like, what's the truth behind it? And usually doubt is always rooted. I hate using the word always because there are no absolutes in this world. There's always exceptions. But doubt is generally rooted in external noise. So somebody else's opinion, imagined criticism. It's usually not even actual criticism. It's just the fear of what somebody could say, or the fear of rejection. That's probably the biggest one, because as humans, we just want to fit in. We just want to be accepted. But think about the average human today. The average human today is probably a little bit overweight, not very healthy, probably lives paycheck to paycheck, or is kind of just getting by. Do you want to be like the average person? Do you want to truly fit in? Because for me, like, I don't want to fucking fit in. And for a while, for honestly, the majority of my life, I wanted to fit in because I was always bullied as a kid. I was always considered weird because I was shy and I didn't talk to a lot of people. I was more to myself. I know, wild how the shy girl has a podcast. I think that's wild. And I know that a lot of people who went to middle school and high school with me actually listen to my podcast, which is fucking cool. So like, if you knew me then, that's crazy probably. But all of this to say, so trying to fit in, it's not like appealing to me anymore because I want to be above average. I want to be that person that you look up to and you think that, how is that even possible that she was able to, like, I didn't even know that was possible. I want to build something so incredible with this powerhouse mentality brand that it can impact the world. It's going to be something that helps so many people and creates the life that I want, that I visualize for my husband and my future family. And there is no way that I'm going to be able to make that happen if I want to fit in. And same goes to you. I know that if you're listening to the Powerhouse Mentality podcast, you don't want to be average. Even though in your mind, you probably think, oh, I want to fit in. I don't want to be rejected. I don't want to be made fun of. Who cares what anybody else has to think? Because the majority of the time when somebody's making fun of you or poking fun at you or saying shit about you, it's because of something that's going on in their world, or they don't think that they'd be able to do that. So they kind of just throw their insecurities at you. So who cares what they have to think? So we tend to almost internalize every look, every comment, and even silence. If nobody comments on your Instagram post, for example, you're like doubting yourself. Oh my God, was it not good enough? Could I have said this differently? Did I offend someone? Even silence isn't good enough for us. So you can never win if you're in this mindset where you're looking at other people's opinions as something that's going to either hype you up or tear you down. And one thing I want you to really understand, I tell my clients this all of the time. And last night when I was having this conversation with my husband, he was like, when I was at the airport a couple weeks ago, I saw somebody wearing a shirt that said this, and I thought that was really cool. So you don't even like everyone. So why are you expecting everyone to like you? Literally, like, we all have that person that we just don't like, and we don't even know why sometimes. So why are you trying to expect everybody to like you? It just doesn't work that way. But those who matter won't mind, and those who mind don't matter. Period, end of story. Everybody else, there's probably going to be like, I don't know. I feel like with people, with friends, with family, there's like, it's quality over quantity. But you're probably going to have like a handful of people whose opinions truly matter to you, who you trust. And everyone else is just background noise. There have been so many times in my life where I've felt misunderstood, or like my work, my creating, my journey didn't land with everyone. There have been so many times in my life where I've been called unrelatable because of what I do, where I'm training to become a professional athlete and I have this podcast and I don't have kids. So people don't think that I can relate to them. So a lot of the times I do feel misunderstood because I'm so differently wired from a lot of people. But I think those things are beautiful. And I used to think that they were terrible. So I think really perspective does matter here. So with everything that I'm doing in my life, I don't care if people don't understand because it's not their life. Even with the content that I'm creating, if I'm creating something and you get offended by it, then it's not for you. I really hope that maybe if somebody does become offended by something that I say, that maybe it creates them to think and maybe they start to realize that the reason why I was offended was because the shoe fits. Usually that's what it is. But the goal isn't to be liked by everyone. It should never be the goal. The goal is to be respected by the right people and to be true to yourself. Because the version of you that's watered down to please everybody else, that version never wins. That version isn't you. It's not your full potential. It's not your happiness. So ask yourself, would you rather be disappointed by yourself or disappoint someone who doesn't even get you anyway? Because for me, like, I reflect on that. Would I rather be disappointed in myself Or would I rather disappoint somebody else who doesn't even matter? Who doesn't even matter? Because the person on the internet who usually says shit is the person with no profile picture, who has 0 followers, and is just there to make you feel like crap anyway. And I want you to use your perspective, because I really, truly believe that perspective drives performance, right? Your perspective towards life matters. So if you start using doubt and you look at it as doubt is the price of doing something big, because if no one doubts you, you're probably not doing anything worth noticing. So let them doubt. Let them misunderstand you. Let them unfollow you. Because the people who win are the ones who act in spite of doubt. The people who have hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram and views and all of these likes, if you go through their comments, not every single person likes them. Like, I'm sure you've come across people who you just don't follow, who may have millions of followers. And I'm just using social media as an example because I think it's so relatable for a lot of people, but it's also very like black and white. It's very easy to understand, like the analogies that I'm speaking, but you can use this analogy in all areas of your life. So start showing up like the person you're trying to become, even if your voice shakes and even if no one claps. Do it with shaking hands. Do it scared. Do it terrified, because everything that you want is on the other side of your fears. And fear is just false evidence appearing real. And fear is something we create through the perspective that we see life through. Now, I know this was a short, straight to the point episode, but I think this is a short, straight to the point topic. Today, I really want you to do something you've been holding back on because of doubt. Post it, say it, start it, do it. The world doesn't need more polished versions of other people. It needs the raw, real version of you. So live your life the way that you feel the most proud of. And go out today and do one thing that's going to take you one step closer to where you want to be.